Okay, I think I found a way to fix the issue with the query retaining its data and loading the page again. It doesn't really fix it. It's just a workaround, a very good one. My issue was, like in my application over here, right? We would write something just like that, whatnot. Let's just save it, and we'll go to the loading, and let's load this one right here. We load it, that's all fine and dandy. But then let's say I did something some more and I went to the loading, but this time I did not load it. Instead, I went back, it loads it. That was driving me crazy. Like, how was there a way to work around it? Anyways, after some thinking, I came up with a little solution. So what you're looking at right here is essentially what I did is I'm using a variable to keep track of, am I loading or not? That's pretty much it. And then I'm wrapping that inside of, or then I'm wrapping my loading inside of that flag. So the reason why I have true or false here was so that I can recreate the issue that I fixed. But this is how it kind of works in case someone's going to do it again. I have a simple service. This is essentially just a variable that's keeping track of something application wide. So it can be a static object, it can be a service, whatever. In my case, that's what it is. The magic is in here. So I have two different pages, but actually I have more, but right now it worked. So I just hit record and let's go. But for the page notes here is keeping track, am I loading a note or am I not? That's what that's doing. And then over in my VM, well, that's for the checklist. Over in my VM, when we click on the loading item, so this loading item right here, when we click on this loading item, it calls this method. And this method says, yes, we are loading. That's what it does. Then we load. And then when we get to the page, the note page, once it gets to the loading part, we're just saying, are we loading? If we are loading, then we're going to go ahead and load. The way this works is the loading page, when it appears, I default the loading for all the pages that I have. But in this case, it's 2. But I default it. And then therefore, whenever we go back, which you're about to see right now, it's perfectly fine. So let's go ahead and recompile this because I think I changed it. Yeah. And it works. it works, which is really good because my app is in testing right now with Google, and I am looking for testers. So you can go to the website and check it all out. I'll put the website in the description below. But now we can come over here. Let's just load this one. All right, we can load it. Let's add some more stuff. Let's go there. Let's go back. It stays. And that is perfect because now it does that for pretty much like everything on here. So if I go back to it, it stays. And in my case, that's what I actually want. I want it to stay there for each page. However, now if you go to the loading page and you go back to it, it doesn't reload what's in memory for this life cycle of the page. It will only reload when you click on something because the code says we're loading it. So there you go. That's cool. I got excited. I wanted to hit record and I did, but there's a little walk around. In short, completely straightforward in case all that jumping around kind of lost some people. What I essentially did is I have a variable, in my case, application wide, because that's how I'm setting it up. But I have a variable that's keeping track. Am I loading a file or not? Am I loading a note? Am I loading a checklist? And that variable is what determines if the loading process will actually occur. And the way this loading variable changes is when you actually click on the loading item, it will say we're loading. If you don't do that, it will always be we're not loading because when you go to the loading page, it sets everything to false. So there you go. If you need some more insight or help, comment in the comment below. I can write some code and paste it there, whatnot. Hopefully this helps all of y'all like it helped me. But this is my application, so be sure to check it out. I am looking for some testers for my application here. And you can put in your email address that you have signed up with your Google Play Store. I'll send that to Google, tell them it's a testing email, and then you'll be able to download this along with some instructions. You'll receive an email from app sign up tester at noteblaze.com. And that will give you some instructions on how to download the app from Google and all that kind of cool stuff. So yeah, that's awesome. It's cool. It's a workaround. Hopefully Microsoft will have some update that will allow some type of settings or configurations on how these query objects retain itself or not. But nevertheless, here you go. I hope this helped. Have fun. And you can find me on stream. Same channel name as my YouTube. It's also on Twitch. So I'm out.